Hey guys, it's me. I'm in a little bit of a different angle today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're not, hello. It's great to see you here again. Anyhow, today we went to our this antique shop that's probably the closest one to our house. Well, not the closest one, but the closest one that I like. It's called Stratford Antique Mall. And I like going there to, well, I was looking for a little tin box, which I didn't find. So that was my original reason to go there, because I wanted a vintage tin box. But I also like to go to places like antique shops to look for ephemera that I can use in my junk journaling. So I got a few things, and not a lot, but I wanted to show you what I got. And all of this cost me $15.95. And these are great. I love these. So I found a vendor in the antique store that was selling vintage cards. And these are great to add in your junk journals. You can always cover the back if the back is written on, and if it's not written on, you can use it as a flap or something else. But I just love these. I love the way these vintage cards look. So I'm always on the lookout for stuff like this. So I picked this one up. I'm making a junk journal for my daughter's getting married next Saturday, and I'm making a junk journal for her. And so I got most of the ephemera that I got today is kind of like weddingish, you know, cutesy love type of stuff. So this was the first one, and this is definitely going to go into that junk journal. And then I got this one because I thought it was really pretty, and it's like some flowers, a little bouquet of flowers. And then this one is actually written on, so I would probably stick this onto into one of the pages. But it's very pretty. So I got this one. And also, when you're out there buying these kinds of things, just be aware that some of these postcards can be valuable, especially the stamps on them. So you want to just, before you use them, make sure that you check that. But this is the other one. And then I love these. These bring me back to Valentine's Day, like in the late 70s, early 80s. This is the Valentine's Day cards that we gave out. This one says Valentine's greeting to a fine big boy. And you can see a little kid wrote in there, which I think is cute. This one, I honestly would probably leave it as a little flap card. Just because I think that's so unique to have, you know, someone write their name in there. So, and if I didn't want to do that, I could literally use both sides in different junk journals. Then I found this one that says, "You ought to be my Valentine. You are the one for me." And it's a little teddy bear. And this one has a signature underneath. It looks like it might have been stuck on something. But you see that one? And then I found this one here that says, "A lot of good times all year." And the person wrote their name here, and it says, "For you." And again, this one looked like it might have come out of the same album that this one was in. It kind of matches. So, that would be cute. And I can just carefully cut around here if I just want to have, you know, him and the little cat on a bike. And I could cover this up with another sticker. There's so much that you can do with these. And then this one says, "Happy birthday, 3-year-old." I thought the little elephant was adorable. And it does have a signature inside again. And it says, "1, 2, 3 is how old you are. Say the elephant toy." Says this elephant toy on his kitty car. And the 1, 2, 3, here's a wish for you. Have a happy birthday and lots of fun too. God, I'm tongue-tied today, but that's cute. Again, might have come from the same album. This one says for your birthday, and it's a little duck. And again, I could cut carefully around that. I could put a sticker here to cover the happy birthday. And it says, Ducky picked this sign up to bring my wish to you for lots and lots of birthday fun and nice surprises too. And it has a signature that says Franklin on it. And this one is actually paper. It's not even like a cardstock. It's a very thin paper, but again, looks like it might have come from the same album. Here we have another birthday boy one. Or this one's birthday. This one is probably a birthday one too. It says very happy birthday. Again, the same thing. They're going in different directions. So you could, this one has a doggy, this one has a cat. I could literally turn it into a little two center, piece for some journal. This one says now you're 5 years old, and it's a little cow. And it says, today's the day you're 5 years old. Time for a birthday song. I hope you have fun just like me, playing all day long. And then you have the cow in that direction. And then this one is for my husband on Easter. This isn't a bill for my new Easter hat. A bill for my new Easter hat. A dress or a coat. No, it's nothing like that. It's no advertisement, no ticket to buy, no 10 days free offer, no samples to try. It's only a wish for the man in my life with a whole lot of love meant for him. Wow, that really ended poorly. It says, love your wife, Betty. And again, this one is in paper. And then here we go. And it is 1947. This is from 1947. And he has a little tuft of hair there. And a lot of these, well, these here, these I'm definitely using for the wedding. I'm probably going to use this one. And I'm probably going to use one of the bicycle boys. And I'm also going to use the duck for the wedding, for the little wedding album I'm making for my daughter. This is adorable, so I got that. And then this one says, here's giving you the glad hand for a slap happy birthday. And it's a boop. And it says, on your A, me and Pete. And again, this is paper. I like that though. Boop. And this one, does this have a date? No, it doesn't have a date, but they're called clever cards. I wonder if the other paper, where's the other paper one? I think the duck was the paper one. Let's see if this one has a date. Nope, this one doesn't have a date either. It says just Gibson, Cincinnati, USA. So, but that's that. So yeah, when you're out in antique shops or thrift stores and things like that, usually, especially in antique shops, you're always going to find boxes with postcards and old pictures and advertisements. You can find magazines. You can find old books that you can use for junk journal covers. I've done that before. And I usually try not to get anything that is over like $5. So I, again, spent $15 on this. Each card, for the most part, was $1, with the exception of a few that were like, one was $3. This was $1. This one was, the postcard was $2. The duck was $1. This one was $3. This one's definitely going in the wedding album. That was $1. This was $1. This one also $1. This one I know was more. I believe this one was $2. And I'm gonna probably use this and then cover this part here with something in the album or the junk journal. And then this was $1 and this was $1. So you can find a lot of stuff when you're out antiquing, if you're into antiquing. But if you're looking for ephemera, if you're looking for things that are old and vintage, I highly recommend you check out your local antique stores. Like I said, you go in there and you're always bound to find a box and somebody's booth that has tons of vintage postcards, pictures, and you know, like this, Valentine's Day cards for kids, which I think is fantastic. So that is that. I just wanted to show you my little stash. And again, I got this from the Stratford Antique Mall in Stratford, Connecticut. And I love that place. It's another one of my favorite places. We've been going there for years, and I always find something when I go there. So, yeah, that's it. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give me a like and a follow, because it'll really be helpful, and I'll really appreciate it. And, yeah, until next time, bye.